The stream may be starting, but I forgot to start the game. Oops. Stand by for me. Here, I'll put you over here on this. That is what we are building. So stand by. Stand by. Ahoy, by the way, welcome back to Deep Dive Gaming. I am the Mariner, and we are returning to more satisfactory gameplay with Satisfactory. Ahoy, Twitch. There it goes. Ahoy, Twitch. Ahoy, YouTube. Ahoy, Rumble. Ahoy, Mojo. And ahoy, Mariner Kitty, who's sleeping behind me. So I've been a bit busy. Finally figured out how I'm going to do all the layout out here. We'll really quick. How was your weekend, Mojo? We'll really quick actually take us back over to this, because you will notice that I am not actually using Caterium wire or Caterium to make my extra copper wire. I'm actually using the pure ingot recipe, because that had the same result without me having to truck out a whole bunch of quick wire or Caterium or ingots, whatever you want to call them. So yeah, this is what we've got, and I'm about to, let's see, I've got this process done where I'm making the pipes. I've got this process done where I'm making the wires. I've got this process nearly completed where I'm making the crystal oscillators. You'll notice that over here I had to build 4 manufacturers in order to do that, because the required number of oscillators I needed was 8, and the output from the Mark 1 manufacturers was only 1. Overclocked 2, so I had to multiply by 4 to get 8. Playing a lot in Grounded. Yes, I've seen your pictures that you've shared. So let's see. Let me get the audio. Whoops, I'm on the wrong. Just realized I didn't turn up the audio volume for stream, and I can turn up the music as well. Yay! Okay. So currently I'm in the process of getting my steel pipes, not steel pipes, iron plates over to that wee assembler down there. I've got 2 assemblers for the rotors, 2 assemblers for the stators. They're outputting a total of 24 of each that will go into a couple of manufacturers way in the distance there that I've yet to build. That will be a total of 48 motors per minute if I can do this right. See? 48. So let's see what we can do about these. So yeah, the difficulty I have is that this is flowing straight out this way, and it's gonna fly over the copper thing we've got here. So I gotta figure out a way without too many unnecessary turns to get this guy hooked up to that. And I'm not connecting this part right away because I didn't want my plates running off without me. So trying to think the best way to do this, and the only thing I could think to do is to put a conveyor lift here, run it so that it's even Steven with this, and then just use a curved belt to hook it up. Doesn't need to be more than Mark II curved. See, that doesn't look too bad actually. was trying to do something neat with like a splitter attached to the end of this with it facing the left, but I'm like, it's a little too much. The only trick now is to set up our conveyor pole here to help support the weight of this thing being so high up. And there isn't a good way of doing it. I mean, I suppose we could do like we normally do and do it off the back side of this. Problem is it kind of makes the conveyor lift look a little invaded. Like parts are going to be clipping through these. So I was trying not to avoid. One of the reasons I was trying to avoid this right angle turn. So there is another option. I've seen other people do this on their builds. We could try it on ours. That is to use this piece, and it's just a visual. It makes it look like the parts are descending through it, the middle. And it gives us the added benefit of looking like it's holding the whole thing up. The only question is can I make it so that it can reach the top and look pretty at the same time? Also, Mojo, we want to be on the lookout for new viewers, possibly from YouTube, because I joined the Industrial Evolution modding community's Discord, and they allow me to plug my channel, my streams. So I dropped a link in there for people to come watch before we started. So we might get some new viewers tonight on the YouTube side. We'll see. I think that'll work. It's not the partyish, but it's workable. Alright, so that means we got our rotors. That means we got our motors, or our stators. We have our oscillators that are being made through a combination of cables, steel plates. We still need to work out our... Oh, we need to get the steel plates lined up over there, or connected up over there. And then also get our crystal quartz. That's the last step. Oh, and I put in an elevator. I have an an awesome sink over here. That'll probably get moved. Right now it's just to collect all the garbage I collect while I'm pruning the terrain or going off on adventures to find more hard drives or Mercer spheres, which I actually found some more Mercer spheres over the weekend to increase our stack size. So we're doing better. Shouldn't have as much of a struggle. The only thing I didn't do was go find more of the where is it? Do I have it on my person? Yeah, more of these, the heavy modular frames. I know they're out there, but I didn't go looking because I was busy with looking at this stuff. Okay, so... Oh, we should probably also hook up this mess if we can. I might need to move that a little bit forward because it is currently interfering with this guy. So let's do that first. Or we can rip it out and then we'll run our conveyance. Whoops, you are not hooked up either. Okay, what the what? Okay, all this is cabling. Whoops, why am I selecting that one? 112, 100, 224. Okay, so we need to have a Mark 3 belt in here. I did a little bit of inventive divisioning here because these guys, every machine along here needs copper wire to various degrees. So each one of these guys is Mark II, creating 87.5. I combined 2 on the end there to feed these 2 guys. Then I combined 3 to feed into these, but the leftovers from these 2 guys get fed into these 2 guys. The leftovers from both of those get fed into this, along with whatever remains here. That was a lot of work, so... so this is actually... This guy here is actually the input for the iron pipes. That's the one we gotta hook up. So I gotta figure out where you sit. Probably use the infinite nudging tool again. Ugh. Okay, now how much? Oops, there's a little clipping through that conveyor belt. We can't avoid that, so we're just going to ignore it. So these guys are steel pipes, so we need 120 parts per minute. So that means a Mark II conveyor. Oh, congrats, more clipping. Alright, so next phase, how are we going to... Oh good, that's straight. Alright, so we need to make a merger. Line it up. Whoops. Line it up. There we go. Send it back. Oh, nuts. It's not going to line up. I did not plan this ahead well enough. Because I would have either moved these a little further to the left to compensate, which seemed like a lot of work, or moved all of these to the right a little bit. So I'm going to have to figure out how to join this up. I think it's probably just going to be like this, with a curved belt, the straight belt going in there, and a curved belt going in there, and then you there. There, that's good enough. This guy's gonna be a Mark 1. There we go. Oh shoot, I forgot. I just realized that this is not powered. Probably do a daisy chain like that to compensate. I love the daisy chaining in Industrial Evolution. Makes my wiring so much easier to deal with. Okay, so still got to work on okay, now at least we know where we're gonna okay, so assembler, mark a tool. Whoops. Beep, beep, beep. A little further out. There we go. That way we can do this. Oh shoot. A little further out even still. Bip. Bip. One more just for good measure. We need cables. Oh wait, no, this is stitched iron plate. Yes. Might as well use the elevator since we got it. Ding. This probably should go here. And then this would go to that. Okay, now this part again. I think that. There we go. And then this one we can use our usual conveyor pole. Zoop. Zoop, zoop. Okay. Now this needs to be overclocked to do 20. Okay, now we need to put a lift in it or on it, and then get the iron framework or the reinforced iron plates. Oh shoot, I didn't want to zoop again. There we go. Okay, let's see if we can use stubby. No. Where's the thing? There it is. Okay. There we go. Okay. Now, the next thing is to do it 4 times over here. Hopefully I've left myself room. I think I probably have. I think that might have been a little too close. Yeah, that was a little too close. Beep. Oops, that was a little too close. Still too close. One of these days I'll figure out how to measure that out. Oops, wrong button. Here, let's look at this one. 1, 2, 3. Okay. should only need 3. One, 2, 3. Thought I did that one. There it goes. Okay, cool. Now, with that one in place, I can usually just line it up and then draw it, nudge it across. Okay, what's going on? Okay, that's fine. Why are you being a butt? You worked that way, but you didn't want to work the other way? What's the deal, man? Fine. So that it looks correct, we'll just do it like that all the way across. But that means we'll need to remove these and move them back one. Once we get that far. Whoops. Yeah. I moved the camera, it moved. Changed which button I have to use. Okay. I don't have to do it on this one, but it's easier if we do it. Oops. Okay, now we need to put these guys on. Why is it behaving like it's not correct? Minutes later, somehow in a conversation about the cash machine only getting back ones when getting cash back at the self-checkout, she heard beans and immediately woke up asking for beans. What? Somehow in conversation. How did she hear? Wow. That is quite hilarious. No clue how she got beans out of the convo. She was adamant about getting her beans. All right. So now the part that I have been dreading and putting off. And that is the dealing with the quartz crystals, because these guys need quartz crystals. And I think I have a problem, because how am I going to get quartz crystals into these guys? I think I should have raised this up a little bit more and then fed it into the third slot. Because I don't have any idea. I don't know how I'm going to get quartz crystals in, because I've covered the ports. And this is not what I wanted to do. Well, it is what I wanted to do, but it was not what I intended. So... I think the correct solution is to just move this. Move these guys. And also lift up the... Because the order of operation would be the closest gets the lowest elevation, the furthest back gets the highest. So because the other two slots are further back, they should be higher. But this is when my brain starts to hurt. Because honestly, I should have put these things further back. As it is, I'm gonna have to like merge and run these guys out to about here to feed into a manufacturer to do the motors. Unless I use a splitter. No, that's just going to get things clogged up. Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to have to do, is I'm going to have to move these manufacturers back. Let me copy the recipe off of one of them, so I don't have to redo it. Nope, that's not the one we wanted. We wanted the manufacturer. Oh. Coffee. I had coffee before the stream. It doesn't seem to have helped. But Botrix is here. Yay. I think that's actually a good way to measure. Let's use splitters here, just as a means of measuring how much space before we put down, because that'll mean that that'll give us 3 rows without any sort of clipping interference when stacking the conveyors. that right? Okay, yep. Excuse me. Don't know if you heard that, but I hiccuped. Pizza's trying to revisit me. Okay, so that's done. So that should mean that we can put this reinforced iron plates where they belong without interference. 2, 3. Really? You're still gonna do that shtick? Oh, come on. And if you're watching on the YouTubes, ahoy and welcome to Deep Dive Gaming. I am the Mariner and we are playing Satisfactory with the Industrial Evolution mod, among others. I forgot to copy the mod list into the description again. Let me go do that really quick. Where was the last time I dropped that? I think it was here? Well, this one will work. Copy. We'll check the other previous ones while we do this. Yeah, it was not on the last stream. The abbreviated stream, as it were. And then I'm going to drop it into the description on this one. There you go. If you're curious about what mods I'm running, the list is now in the description. You may have to refresh your page for it to be visible, but it's there. Okay, so now splitter, 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 splitter. What does this look like if we just... Oh, bean. Oops. And shoot. Really? Wow, apparently no one liked my... OBS Restream said I had 5 people on YouTube. Now it says I only have 1. Sad face. They did not like my announcement. Oh well. hard to take that at face value anyways. Especially when I look over at YouTube and see that there's 3 people watching. Hello, you 3 people. Really? You're going to pull that nonsense? That's what I thought. Yeah, this time I'm going to do up. I'm going to increase the level of the conveyor. The further back we go to help with the delivery. Should really do that on this side as well. I'm worried about the throughput, not letting any of these manufacturers on the end work. So I may even use, depending on how it behaves, I may even set up these splitters to be smart splitters and set them, configure them so that the manufacturer furthest away gets filled first. Oh, we'll see. Sometimes that works, sometimes it doesn't, so need to be cautious. Okay. Stand by for me for just a second. Try something here. There, how's that look? We'll go through really quick and do one or two of the previous streams. We'll go do others. Update the others later. Although why my coal power stream from the 9th seems to have done really well. 137 views on that one, but that was what, 9 days ago? 11 days ago? I don't know. Still want to have the hashtag satisfactory in the title, because I do believe that helps people find these streams. But this is hi Mojo on the YouTube side. What was I doing before I left? Okay. Algorithm is finicky. Viewers are also finicky, so you're right, you want to make sure we don't put them off by giving them the wrong information. Oops, why is it looking like it wants to flow this way? Oh, is this on backwards? This might be on backwards. It shouldn't be, but maybe it is. Why is the conveyor belt wanting to go the other direction? There. Now that's correct. Okay. Wonder how that got rigged up to go backwards. Well, it's a streamy learning process, isn't it, Mojo? Alright, so the next phase is getting the quartz crystal. So it should be delivered as quartz crystal. So we need to run down this hallway. Actually, well, instead of running down it, we can go ahead and make our truck. Our truck Mark II we cannot make because it needs a thing we cannot have. Nuts. Wasn't trying to pick up the splitter. Was there to pick up what was in between the two? You can. I don't think so. I think I suspect the reason was because I connected it to the pole before sending it to the to the lift, but because the lift was flowing the other way, the conveyor should have been flowing in the correct direction, but it was not. So I don't know why, but I think we're gonna have to use a tractor here. We'll use a truck. So that's 50 inventory slots on the tractor versus 48 on the truck. Stuff call. I think we're just gonna Let's try the tractor.
Tractors can use any type of fuel and have a self-driving feature, much like Pioneers, only more reliable. While driving, you can record a path to automate vehicle resource transportation. Unlike early self-driving vehicles, tractors will not spy on you. Your employee data is already fully subject to other means of surveillance.
Heh. Okay, so start recording. See if we can do this. Oops, that should not be a stop recording. Delete path. Dismount. This should be unload. Thank you very much. Start recording. Load. Vroom vroom. Ooh, we're going a bit fast. Can it clear the rocks? It can. Can it climb these rocks? It can. Oh, see, that's what I was worried about. Stop recording. Delete path. Reset. We didn't need to clear the rocks. We could go this way. Whee! You have to be... Ah! You're gonna have to be genteel with this. Truck might be the better solution. You know what? Yes. Let's actually do a truck. Wonder if the pole retains conveyor direction. So it kept the direction info from the first time you connected. You connected the second time it wanted to keep... Yeah, that's what it was doing. Somehow it got... Yeah, I mean, the way I did it was pole to lift. And the game wants to make the conveyor go in the direction point A to point B. But because point B was the output from a lift, it should have reversed the direction, but it didn't. So that's why we had confusion. Okay, so this is a truck. See if the truck fares any better. Whoa! Oh man, it looks huge. Okay. Q. Start recording. Load. Or unload, rather. I'm gonna go slowly. Because this behemoth, while it might be able to deal with the rocks, it's gonna be harder to steer and not get caught on rocks. Apparently. Wow, God, dude, come on. Stop. Delete path. This is why I didn't want to do either one of these. But I like the idea of running the conveyor belt even less. High-centered four-wheel drive low. I don't have four-wheel drive low. Or was that a button that I didn't realize I had? In this case, six-wheel low. Okay. Center it. Start recording. Load. Okay. Still want to move slowly. This thing's probably going to want to go full speed once I set the autopilot. But the rocks are not removable now. More's the pity. Ah, you jerk. That's not what I wanted. Still not what I wanted. Stop overcompensating on the turns. I'll be able to get rid of those extra nodes once we're not piloting anymore. Okay, it looks like I might have built the quartz crystal makers already. If I have to, I will. Ooh, I'm suddenly getting a lot of reactions to my dropping my YouTube link in the Discord server. Might have people incoming. Won't be able to tell unless they start talking in the chat. Oh, rocks. I'm going to distract me too late. Ah. Yep, road time. Yes, and the train through here would be also good. Or fun. Actually, I wonder if I needed to delete that. I probably deleted it when I did the thing. Okay. Ah! Stop it! some fancy driving. Thank you, Epic A-Train, and welcome to Deep Dive Gaming. I am the Mariner, and we are trying some good old-fashioned satisfactory building with mods. We are trying to get our motor factory up and running. And let me bring up our schematic. Whoops. So I'm trying to build that. Why is the line not showing up? There's a line here to connecting, but it's not showing up. So we're gonna, Only here for a moment. I'll have to create new trials. Hope you guys have a good one. Cheers! Good luck with the tutorial making. You raise a good point, Mojo, about the trains. But I'm going to try roads. Simply because, while this would be a cool train tunnel, considering it goes all the way through, I don't have any reason to connect it at the other end. Because there's nothing over there that we're making that we can't ship. Besides which, we're going to make a train this way. I'm on the wrong thing. There we go. We're going to make a train. The exit for this tunnel is over this way. But we're going to make a train that goes this way. So it'd be redundant. It would be a really nice train ride, though. Well, if at some point we upgrade, we will look into that. But for now, we're going to make ourselves a road. We even need to hide the rocks all the way, just enough that the truck doesn't get stuck. Precisely. Actually, I think I will do... What is it? Is it this one I want to do? Yeah. Maybe this one. Maybe we don't want that at all. Oh, I see it. These were supposed to be 2 meter. Oh, I didn't need to delete that one. And I would feel like it's always the same thing. I get into like I'm gonna build this part, and then I end up the entire stream getting sidetracked with doing things like this. It's like, figures, all the boring stuff is what gets done during the stream, and then all the exciting stuff happens off camera. It's not intentional, but it just always seems to work out that way. Why am I doing 4 meter? That's why I'm doing 4 meter, okay. So you don't lose too much in the way of ceiling. Remember, truck is a tall BC. Yeah, I'm still thinking tractor though, because it's 2 more slots, and then it also has. It's a smaller profile that can fit in this tunnel better. My concern is at the end when we're like trying to do the U-turn. That's going to be a bit of a nightmare. Why are you there? Strip there, I don't actually need this strip here, you mean? Or this strip here. Building towards, okay, yeah. Ag. Better strip, yeah. Just drop that there, drop that there, drop that there. Okay, giving up. Okay, this we need a ramp for though. It's confusing me. I might actually need to pave it so that I can trying to think. We can make it 8 meters. So we could do it like this. That'll work. And we don't need it for here, so we could like that. It's got 8 meters and degrees or percent. I don't know how to translate it. It's 8 meters from the top of the ramp to the bottom of the ramp when I use the, because it's 2 4 meters glued together. That's how they did it. Degree slope, I would have to say 30 degrees. Oh, 6-degree downgrade. Yeah, I never understood downgrades. I gotta sneeze again. So we're gonna need to put a little bit of something here. A little bit of something here. So they can climb this hump one at a time. Gonna have to aim. Well, let's see. Let's do it this way just because it's not like I'm going to try and climb the corner. It would get high centered again if that were the case. Actually, this time we could probably do how vertical the mountain is that the road is built on. Basically how steep. I'm not a mountain climber, and I'm also not a Department of Transportation person. So you don't know those fancy how to do those fancy calculations. You have to come up this way, come down this way. These should have been 4 meter. So I've ever driven on is a 12% near Blue Lakes, California. Wow. The highest grade I ever drove was going up the Tetons. Going over the Tetons from Jackson Hole. I don't know what that grade is though. Might have been 12%, now that I'm thinking about it. Trying to remember the road signs. I think we could put another slope down. We'll make a big slope. We'll just do like okay, from here I think we're good. Well, no, I take it back. We've got these rocks to deal with. We'll take care of the shrooms first. See, which would be better? Paving over this or coming over to here and then doing a ramp? I've already built all that. Let's just do a ramp. doesn't help. We needed to make it higher. Ahoy, Gazoo! Come here. There we go. We're currently crafting ourselves a bit of a road here, Gazoo, because where we're going, we're gonna need roads. Got all the upgrades and whatnot. Yeah, working on it, working on it. It's a process. Because I have to get to certain levels before I can do certain things. Eyes are watering again, dang it. See, I think we could probably deal with the ramp now. Might even be able to do it at this point. Yeah, I think we can. Yes, we do have crystal. What's it? Okay. We need to get power down here too while we're at it. So tractor Mach 2. Q. Start recording QF. And let's go. Whoops. Let's try that again. Right at the nose of said vehicle might get stuck on the rocks at the bottom of it. You mean how I'm now currently stuck inside the wall? How I did this, I don't know. There we go. With the nose of said vehicle might get stuck on the rocks at the bottom right. Hopefully I did not just demo that, what Mojo was saying. Okay, so there's that. That. Start recording. Load. And go. Let's go. Now I can go full speed so I don't have to worry about the rocks. Whee! Whoa! Okay, let's try and fix some of that. Especially our launch here. And then our near spin out over here. There. That should hopefully make a nice clean path for it to follow. Let's get the wiring. This was the hard part right there. Okay, how far can we go? Can we see it? Nope, can't do it on the ceiling. Not quite. Can almost get all the way over here. Turn this off for now. Go ahead and give it my stuff. How much are we gonna need? Let's see. Let's go over here really quick. Oh, I need 144. That is not going to cut it. That is a Mark II even. So we probably going to upgrade this one to 77. And then where's the other guy? There it is. You're a Mark I miner. I could make you a Mark II miner. $28. I think what I'm going to have to do is make the miner point the other direction and then link them up. Send the combined total quartz through some this is a pure node. Oh, okay. I understand what I did. I did not do the math with it calculating Mark II. I just did 2 Mark Is. Because they can pump at 120 per minute. We'll do the other one. There's another silicone or rock quartz across the way over here. That's that one. That's normal. That will be our silica generation. Oh no. If I need 240, why am I using both veins? That seems silly. We're still going to need 2 different constructors, I think. Simply to get us to the... Come on. Why are you being like this? I think I may have to set up the fuel to be on the other side. $135. We need 144 per minute or more. Really? let's do 80. Because actually, what I want to do, this is all wrong. Every part of this is wrong. Because what I want to do is before I send it into the truck stop, I want to send it through an uploader. Straight, that is straight, okay. So we can have some available for other purposes later on down the road. So now we can put this here. Do that. And then do a constructor mark 2 here. Hopefully that'll let me do a constructor mark 2 there without interference. Good. And like I said, 80 per minute. Just to give us a little bit of... Well, actually, no, we don't need to worry about overhead. Because it's going to upload to the cloud before it uploads, or before it sends it into the truck stop. So as long as our cloud is full, we'll have 144. We won't need extra. And what we can do is think. Trying to figure out how to do this. That's clearly not the way. Whoops, that's also clearly not the way. Might be curved after all. Nope, not curved. Guess we could do straight if it's that way. Yeah, that works better. Should be right too. Dang it. Get out of the way, creature. Get out the way. How are you even in the way? Why are you clipping? I don't like clipping wires. Okay. I think we can get this going. Does this docking station not have an off switch? All right. What are we doing for time? We got a little bit of time left. I think what I'll do is I'm gonna wire up the miner and these guys separately. To this. So this isn't just sitting here collecting quartz crystal and just getting too much of it for us to deal with. Once the cloud fills up, this will fill up and it won't get sent into there until we power this up. When we're ready to do that, we'll come back and hook that part up. In the meantime, what I want to do is get over to here and get the other end hooked up. Because the other end will be also a bit tricky. Over, I forget which end I left the truck on. Oh well. Oh no. Okay, organization, dimensional depot downloader, missing materials. I can fix that one. Oh, but it's clipping. Packaged fuel. Zoom. Probably didn't need to do that, considering I have 3 stacks on my person, but whatever. Okay, next step. It's getting the output. Okay, fine. How am I even doing this? Oh, that's how I was doing that. Okay. Whoops. Actually, considering I could only do one, or we could do 1 meters. I got sneeze again. Man, I'm sneezing McPherson tonight. No Z fighting. Ah! Keep thinking I see the Twitch move or the chats move, and I look over and there's nothing there. Whenever I try and do this and I don't do it in the right spot, it gets goofy. Like it doesn't line up the corner like I think it should. There we go. Just the coffee reminding us to take a daily dose of caffeine. Or donate your daily dose so I can get my caffeine. Haha. That is not straight, but that's okay. I need to curve it a little bit anyway, inward a little bit anyways, so it gets past these guys. No! Pushed the wrong button. See, it's doing it again. I think it's the point A to point B thing. That's the direction the conveyor wants to go when initially drawn. There we go. Okay. Now, I want to look at the supports. The fact that it doesn't have any at the moment. That works. Now I'm looking at this middle going, does it need to be so wackadoo? I'm gonna say yes. Yes, it does need to be that wackadoo. Okay. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Not decidedly, more like most egregiously. I feel like I could make it smoother. Ah! Actually, for that matter, I wonder if we even need to have the intermediaries. It might be able to reach from there to here without issue. Yeah. Yeah. However, we're going to put it on this side. There, that's better. It's a lone pillar in the middle of nowhere. So now, next step, getting that quartz over to here. So let's build on this end first. We need lift here. So there. How much do you need? 36. Okay, so Mark 1 would be sufficient. Make sure I get the height properly set. good. Get our thingamaboppers. Okay. Splitter. 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 Actually, I think what we'll do. Because this is technically a Mark 1. It's Mark 2, 3, 4. You even do that here, come think of it. And it reversed this directions on the... Why you do that? That's bananas. Which part, Kazoo? Could do the same thing with these guys, couldn't think of it. Oh, I'm stiff. My back. My back. Ugh. Yeah, that's level. That's a big curve. But you know what? It's a level curve. Just so much of it's unsupported. Wonder if there's anything I could do about that. No, there's a cable in the way. Alright, that's level. And straight. And now supported. Can it get all the way over here? Not yet. Okay, so we need one more. Probably about here. Wahaha. Oops. I have a misalignment. Get him, Mojo. Does that line up? I don't think that lines up. So this is also not straight. Thank you, Mojo. There we are. Oh, there's a wire. No. I think we can do something about that. If I do this, and then I do this. I wonder if I can do it at the same motion. I can. Ha 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 ho ho hee hee. Oh, okay. I'm gonna have to end here. We'll pick this up. I'll finish this up and I'll show you the end result before we turn it on tomorrow night. All I gotta do, I think, is this part, connecting this over to that. I'm not sure how I'm going to do it yet, because just having that much conveyor belt hanging in the air doesn't look like it would be that safe. It looks like it would collapse. So I want to think about either running it, doing a turn here over to there, and then a turn over to there, or if I want to do something else. So in the meantime, thank y'all for hanging out with me in the chat, watching on the stream, hitting the like and or subscribe and or follow. Until tomorrow night. Yeah. Till tomorrow night, enjoy Satisfactory. And then I'll have Stream of Consciousness on Tuesday night, 7:30 Eastern Time. Tomorrow is 7:30 Eastern Time as well. Fair winds and fun gaming, y'all. Bye-bye.